Neville Goddard, Your Faith is Your Fortune, chapter 22, Fishing. They went forth and entered into a ship, and that night they caught nothing. John 21:3. And he said unto them, Cast the net on the right side of the ship, and ye shall find. They cast therefore, and now they were not able to draw it for the multitude of fishes. John 21:6. It is recorded that the disciples fished all night and caught nothing. Then Jesus appeared upon the scene and told them to cast their nets again, but this time to cast them on the right side. Peter obeyed the voice of Jesus and cast his nets once more into the waters, where but a moment before the water was completely empty of fish. The nets almost broke with a number of the resulting catch. Remember, then Jesus appeared. The intuition, the imagination. Peter listened to his imagination. Peter obeyed the voice of Jesus and cast his nets once more into the waters. Is Peter listening to that intuition? Because you always know that I am, all that is, God, being the backdrop of what you are. You always know that you have the information within you. As Peter listened and once more cast the net. Man, fishing all through the night of human ignorance, attempts to realize his desires through effort and struggle, only to find in the end that his search is fruitless. When man discovers his awareness of being to be Christ, Jesus, he will obey its voice and let it direct his fishing. He will cast his hook on the right side, he will apply the law in the right manner, and will seek in consciousness for the thing desired. Finding it there, he will know that it will be multiplied in the world of form. Those who have had the pleasure of fishing know what a thrill it is to feed the fish upon the hook, to feel the fish upon the hook. Those who have had the pleasure of fishing know what a thrill it is to feel the fish upon the hook. The bite of the fish is followed by the play of the fish. This play in turn is followed by the landing of the fish. Something similar takes place in the consciousness of man as he fishes for the manifestations of life. Fishermen know that if they wish to catch big fish, they must fish in deep waters. If you would catch a large measure of life, you must leave behind you the shallow waters with its many reefs and barriers and launch out into the deep blue waters where the big ones play. To catch the large manifestations of life, you must enter into deeper and freer states of consciousness. Only in these depths do the big expressions of life live. Boy, it sounds risky. Here is a simple formula for successful fishing. First, decide what it is you want to express or possess. First, decide what it is you want to express or possess. Here you are, unmarried, single. Let's say you're not happy here and you want to be here, married, happily married, in a relationship, feeling the throes of love. You're here, but you want to be here. First, decide what it is you want to express or possess. And it doesn't matter what that is. This could be health, it could be wealth, it could be anything that you're not experiencing here. It doesn't matter what it is. It's what you're not experiencing or expressing. You want to have it. You want to express it. This is essential. Once you decide on what you want, you must definitely know what you want of life before you can fish for it. After your decision is made, turn from the world of sense. Remember, remove your attention from the problem and place it on just being by repeating quietly but with feeling, I am. I am. As your attention is removed from the world round about you and placed upon the I am, so that you are lost in the feeling of simply being, you will find yourself slipping the anchor that tied you to the shallows of your problem. And effortlessly, you will find yourself moving out into the deep. You will find yourself slipping of the anchor, moving out into the deep. This is where the risk is and the reward. That's through saying, I am. The sensation which accompanies this act is one of expansion. You will feel yourself rise and expand as though you were actually growing. Do not be afraid of this floating, growing experience, for you are not going to die anything but your limitations. Do not be afraid of this floating, growing experience, for you are not going to die to anything but your limitations. You're not going to transform to anything except but those limitations. However, your limitations are going to die as you move away from them, for they live only in your consciousness. That's the only place limitations exist. The limitations of bank account, the limitations of relationship, the limitations of health, the limitations of anything live in your consciousness. They don't live in the physical world. The physical world's out here. As above, so below. As within, so without. As above, up here, so below, out here. As above, in here, your consciousness, so below, your reality and your expression. So these limitations will die, but you won't die. In a sense, you're never going to, by the way, but that's a story for another day. We'll stay focused here. As you go within into your I am, now you enter into the expansion. Not the limitation, but the expansion. Even this new reality has limitations, but you're going into the expanded self, your I am. In this deep or expanded consciousness, you feel yourself to be a mighty, pulsating power, as deep and as rhythmical as the ocean. This expanded feeling is the signal that you are now in the deep blue waters where the big fish swim. Suppose the fish you decided to catch were health and freedom. You begin to fish in this formless, pulsating depth of yourself where these qualities or states of consciousness by feeling, I am healthy. I am free. You continue claiming and feeling yourself to be healthy and free until the conviction that you are so possesses you. As the conviction is born within you so that all doubts pass away, and you know and feel that you are free from the limitations of the past, you will know that you have hooked these fish. As the conviction is born within you, so that all doubts pass away, and you know and feel that you are free from the limitations of the past, you will know that you have hooked these fish. You want doubts to pass away big time. That's definitely something. And that goes, when you go back into here and you're in consciousness and you're dwelling on this I am that, and you're staking your claim and you are decreeing the thing, these doubts and fears pass away because this self-concept passes away. Remember the transformative quality of Judas, the detachment principle. You are becoming detached from what limited you. And it was in consciousness. And you do that detachment when you go into your quiet meditation and you stop looking at this, what the senses are showing you, and you do your I am. I am healthy. I am free. I am married. I am in love. The joy which courses through your entire being on feeling that you are now that which you desire to be is equal to the thrill of the fisherman as he hooks his fish. Now comes the play of the fish. This is accomplished by returning to the world of the senses. As you open your eyes on the world round about you, the conviction and the consciousness that you are healthy and free should be so established within you that your whole being thrills in its anticipation. Then, as you walk through the necessary interval of time that it will take the things felt to embody themselves, you will feel a secret thrill in knowing that in a little while, that which no man sees, but that which you feel and know that you are, will be landed. There is nothing more thrilling than that. You go into the Sabbath and you know it's a done deal. You know it's like ordering the pizza. I don't have the pizza here. I have the pizza here. You know, once you order it, you don't even hassle it anymore. You don't call the pizza place and say, is it in the oven yet? You don't call the pizza place and say, how many more minutes? You take thrill in the act, in its arrival. You know in advance because you've satisfied the fishing. It is, the pizza's ordered. Now it's the play time. You know it's coming, and you don't have, there's nothing to worry about. That you don't have to hassle the oven, the temperature of the oven, the time in the oven, nothing. You know at the doorstep it's going to be there in a short amount of time, but you thrill in that secret feeling that you know you did it. In a moment when you think not, while you faithfully walk in this consciousness, you will begin to express and possess that which you are conscious of being and possessing, experiencing with the fisherman the joy of landing the big one. Now, go and fish, the manifestation of life, by casting your nets on the right side. Goodness me, that was a wonderful chapter. So many wonderful little pieces in there. Oh my gosh. Which one did you like? I like the idea of the play of the fish. Once you land that visualization, that feeling, that consciousness within you, once you land it, you're doing this already all the time. And all you're doing now is you're doing it consciously. With what we're talking about, we're taking a conscious awareness of doing it. It's the parking spot. It's the pizza. These are the small things. And then we transfer into the health, the wealth, the love. They can still be playful, and they're going to be playful, especially with his instructions. You go into the I am. Then you think about what kind of fish you want. What is the fish? What does it feel like to be experiencing that? Then that thrill of owning it. You own it once you catch that feeling, that's ownership. That literally is the ownership of it. And you're the one putting this in consciousness anyway. So in the 4D, you're the one in movement. That relationship, that love, that experience, although not happening here in your 3D and your limited self, is being created here. Because you are focusing on it. Because you are bringing it to life. You're breathing life into that child. And you have not to worry about anything, because it is coming. The pregnancy has happened. What a wonderful chapter. Fishing. Whew. Man, oh man. Let's repeat those opening quotes. They went forth and entered into a ship, and that night they caught nothing. And he said unto them, cast the net on the right side of the ship, and ye shall find. They cast therefore, and now they were not able to draw it for the multitude of fishes. So heavy the net was, they weren't able to draw in the multitude. That's abundance. That is truly the abundance of catching that feeling. You do it with the parking space, do it with the pizza, do it with the coffee, do it with the butterfly, do it with whatever you're going to do it with, but do it. Do it on the little things, but catch these rewarding experiences. Catch the rewarding feeling of nailing this. And repeat it. Repeat these small things. Don't be lazy with it. And as anybody who's attested to Neville's, to making this stuff work, is when they truly tested it. Did they see it really come alive? You have to test it. You have to try and prove it false. Prove it doesn't work and see what happens. Okay. That was a wonderful chapter. See you in the next video.